So we make nice trousers and industrial clothing. In those days we used to make many things, but now we have rationalized to trousers and industrial clothing. Still we employed 120 people. In 71 to 74, we used to employ 250 people. And in clothing factory also, we have recently expanded to meet the market requirement. We have imported the pressing machinery of 30 million, and we have put the erection of 40 million.
Of 40 million?
Yes.
Substantial investment.
So we did it. Actually, it was not budgeted, but the cost went beyond our control. Originally, we were thinking of 40 million, which became 70 million because the cost was not under our control.
The Hillview Hotel, formerly the Blue Boar, is now open, and that means good news from a scenic and peaceful setting. Open to the public is a restaurant that serves excellent meals, and it has a well-stocked bar with assorted drinks. Conference and wedding facilities, cozy rooms exclusively designed for you, and you can also come along with your children. The Hillview Hotel is 5 kilometers south of Lusaka.
But Mr. Shah, when independence came, you never thought of taking a more prominent role as a politician. You had known all these politicians, Kenneth Kaunda, you knew Aaron Milner, and all those early ones in the political struggle.
I never thought of going into politics because I believe in one fundamental theory, that wherever we can do the role of kingmaker, then we must keep the room for the indigenous persons, because they know better what the people want. Even I know better, but still, that is what my belief is.
Exactly.
So, in all the activities, say I joined social club like Rotary Club. In 71, I became a president
of the Rotary
Club of Chingola.
Of Chingola, yeah.
Yes, I have presented paper at the Rotary international level. Then I become, in 78 to 80, I become the Chamber of Commerce president. I revived the Chamber of Commerce in Chingola. I also become the director for the Zincom for 2 years, 80 to 82. In 80 to 82, I was the president for Hindu Association of Zambia. There, I played an active role of, at the time the political thinking was for farming. So we purchased a farm, very big farm in Lusaka, by making a public body. I also suggested to the people to go in insurance and banking and have a corporate outlook. And Zambia has 1.8 million hectare of arable land still lying idle. Nobody's cultivating. So there's a tremendous potential in agriculture. My own thinking is that Zambia is potentially a rich country, not as a lot of people say we are a poor country. But unfortunately, we are not able to harness all our resources, land, water, mine, minerals. So government must put emphasis on quality education. That's where we lost our direction. So unless we produce sons and daughters who can navigate their own course in any situation, then the country can generate a lot of wealth.
Otherwise, in short, really the quality of education is not yet available. We have people working, but no proper direction, really what they want to achieve at the end of the day.
That is the problem. For example, I said I have my 3 sons. Because of Zambia, I could send them to England. I could send them to States. One of my sons is in Angola. He is managing the Unity, all my associate companies. He did MBA in finance. My middle son also did MBA in international marketing. He's working as the world marketing head with the American topmost 5 company, namely Merck, Sharp and Dome. And the third one has just become doctor from Unza.
Oh.
And I could have sent him to other places, but because in Hunza, why we selected Hunza? Because here the doctors get all the exposure to do all the practical work. If you go to States or UK or even India, after qualification they allow you to touch the patient. While here, under the apprenticeship, he operates.
He operates, exactly.
So this is the finest opportunity you have here. So if anybody wants to go for medicine.
Medicine, yeah.
My two sons are here. Now he wants to do further studies in medicine.
In medicine.
Yes.
Altogether, how many children do you have?
I have only 3 sons.
3 sons
Yes.
only.
And I owe debt to the Zambia. Because of Zambia, I could send them.
Exactly.
Otherwise, to send students to the boarding school in London, you can never.
It's impossible.
Even in India, we were from a rich family. I could never imagine.
You have lived in this country since 1953. How many times do you visit the country of your origin, India?
My country of origin, I would have visited from 53 to say 93, maybe 5 or 6 times.
5 to 6 times.
Of which 2 or 3 times when I used to go for Far East for purchases. So it comes in transit. Like I'm going to Andola, Kitwe comes halfway.
Okay.
So when I go to Japan or Hong Kong or Korea or Taiwan, it is
Then on your way back,
I pass through and meet my elders, relatives, friends.
Yeah. Are your parents still alive?
No, my father died 10 years ago.
10 years ago. Yes. And your mother?
Mother died when I was 14.
Oh, when you're still very young.
Yes.
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I have 4 brothers. They're all in States.
They're all in the States?
Yes. And one of my brothers is an income tax expert there. One is a structural engineer. And 2 runs the motors there. My sister is also there.
Okay. You have seen the economy of this country before independence, after independence, and the First Republic, the Second, and we are now in the Third Republic. You have been associated with business for quite a long time. How has business, the ups and downs for this country, especially in our economy?
Economy at the independence we were very better off. There was nothing wrong. After 72 second economic reforms, a lot of capital was driven away. The people who had capital. And then our Mufla disaster came.
Yes.
So our copper revenue dropped from 580,000 ton. We dropped around 510,000 ton. So that is our revenue side was weak. And then we lost direction. We spent a lot of our energy in the neighboring countries' independence struggle, which one should, but one should look for the house first, because the power comes from full stomach. So that was the one weakness. And after we came in auctioning, the kwachas got eroded by a lot of appetite of many industries to have import-oriented requirement. So kwacha lost value now. After Third Republic, we have done liberalization, free market forces. That is good, but let me tell you one thing. Even in America, for the rags, the clothing, there is a quota for Hong Kong, China, India. You can't send blindly what you can. Same applies to Japan. If they export more than 2 million cars, the president phones to the prime minister and tell him, sir, although there is nothing in return, but that is our arrangement, you should not exceed now. Otherwise I have to put dumping duty. So what I'm trying to suggest, the free market is good, but areas where we have little weakness or inability, we got to think innovative ways by which our industries can survive.
I'm sure you know some of the areas, especially in our economy, the economy where the weaknesses are and where we should not use our country as a dumping ground. Which are the most vulnerable ones?
The most vulnerable you find, the clothing industry is 95% is closed. Other industries also, people have become mostly traders. Even I am a manufacturer, I would import and sell it because that means I'm doing nothing. There is no value added. And at the end, I'm also becoming inefficient because I'm getting ready-made.
Ready-made goods.
Anything ready-made.
So you're not producing anything.
Nothing. That's where we have to think, okay, how we can develop the skill. But the country also lacks the skilled manpower. Unless the government plans for a very good education, if you study recently the East Asian nations, 6, Korea, Singapore, Taiwan, Malaysia, and Hong Kong, they made tremendous progress because they spend of the budgeted amount 80% on the education.
On education,
yes.
Good quality.
Good quality. That's what I'm saying. We must have every 20 students one teacher, and that teacher must know which is the strong point of that pupil and which area is not strong. But if you look today the classroom, the poor teacher manages between 45 to 60 to 65 pupils with no infrastructure. So how the end product won't be that competitive.
Right, you have lived all this period in this country. Do you have any plans of one day going back to your country of origin?
One thing I like about Zambia is the weather and the people. In India, we have plenty people, too much crowdiness. Even when I go for a short in transit, I'm not comfortable. Although I like to meet my relatives exactly. Friends at the religious places, but the crowdiness is too much there.
It's too much.
So here you have still no pollution. Especially for Chingola, I could say we have very little pollution except the rivers which are polluted. The rest is fine and
in fact those days Chingola used to be a very clean town.
Almost clean.
Yeah. Yes. So otherwise you have decided to make this country your home, and especially Chingola.
No, I always tell to the various forum, I tell to my Asian and Hindu colleagues that this country has given you identity and name. So you must put back, some of you should think how you can help society. Have your headquarters or offices in areas like a church people without interfering in religion. Do the community work.
The community work,
yes,
exactly.
This is where, that's what I went in Rotary for water to the villages with the Lusaka Central Club. We got Norway 1 club and Rotary International. In '86 we got $500,000 aid, and we put around 95 sites, some shallow wells, some rehabilitated wells, some boreholes which were not working, we make it rehabilitated, and new boreholes. In Chingola alone, Chingola district alone, we put 13 new wells, 17 we got rehabilitated, 7 borehole rehabilitated, and 1 new borehole. Because I feel the water is life.
Water is life, it's true. Water is life.
Because if you don't drink clean water, all your trouble starts.
It's true. You've done quite a commendable job, Mr. Shah, especially during the time you were in this Rotary Club. Why did you decide to leave the Rotary?
Now, I'm still in Rotary as a member, but I have not gone to the district governorship because it's a 1 year.
Oh, contract.
One year I have to spend fully, and I cannot do it. Still, although I'm 62 plus, but still I think I can be active and do more business. And if you can see my activity, we have just now opened a new packaging plant in Andola under the Unity Packaging. We got the distributorship for the Colgate Palmolive for entire Copper Belt Central Province. Nobody can get Colgate goods without buying through us. And we also opened the BOD exchange. We also got the insurance license. We are just waiting for getting our risk covered. There I am finding a little difficulty. If I found that covered, our insurance name is Eagle Insurance. We'll start that also.
So it needs a part of your attention really to get these things done.
I do, because I know a lot of people, plus in business or any activity.